Let's just spoil everything.
Yeah. No, that's not.
Maybe not. All right, to everybody watching this, myself and Tom Holland have agreed to spoil the entirety of the movie.
Okay, here we go.
So,
What do you want?
give us everything that happens.
Everything that happens. Okay,
Yes.
so what happens is you'll sit down in the theater, and then a couple of logos will play, and then following the logos is a story about Peter Parker and his friends, and then that will end, and then in this time next year there'll be another one. That's what happens.
Hashtag spoilers. Sorry. Well, I appreciate the interview, guys.
Of course, thanks for coming.
Great.
Okay, so here's my question, starting with Tom. When are we going to get a SpiderMan Deadpool movie? Because I feel like that's the one thing everybody wants to know.
That's a big question, and I don't think I'm equipped to answer it. I know that Kevin Feige is in the building somewhere.
Oh, is he?
So if you get the chance to
Find
sit
him.
down with him, he's probably the most equipped person on the planet to be able to answer that.
We can have
question.
somebody grab him real quick.
Yeah. Hey, Kevin!
Just shout really loud.
Yo,
No,
Kev.
for real and for true though, if you could appear in any of the movies belonging to, characters that we haven't seen in the Marvel Cinematic Universe yet, whether it's by cameo or actually like co-starring and teaming up in the movie, who would you pick?
Any character that hasn't debuted in a...
Like a team, like X-Men, Fantastic Four.
I would like to do Spider-Man and Wolverine. There's a really, really interesting story in the Ultimate Spider-Mans where Spider-Man and Wolverine swap bodies for a day. And like Peter Parker wakes up in Wolverine's body and then...
I would love to see Hugh Jackman.
Oh, it would be so funny.
Try to beat Peter Parker.
And then Wolverine wakes up in Peter Parker's body and he like goes to school and all of a sudden Peter Parker's like being this really gross, rude man and he like starts hitting on the school teacher and stuff. And then Peter Parker, and all of a sudden Wolverine, who's this really scary guy, is like, oh hey guys, how you doing? He's like, shing shing, what the hell? So it's really fun.
Yeah, I think that'd be pretty awesome.
Yeah.
It'd be pretty solid.
It'd be a cool short
I'm here
film.
For that. I'm
Yeah.
I think that'd be a really, really cool like
So
short
like
film.
a 5 to 10 minute like YouTube
Yeah, like a
skit.
little short, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, somebody needs
That's a
to
really
make
good
that.
idea.
Yeah, somebody needs to make that.
I'm making it shotgun.
Okay. I'll watch
Is
it,
it
man.
that-
Well, I
it-
am. I would be in it. That makes so I would
Is
be
it
making
that
it.
is that easy?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that easy. Okay. Jacob,
Yeah.
my question is, if you had Spider-Man's powers for a day, what pranks would you pull on Tom and Zendaya?
I don't know. I'd probably be really petty and like just like ring on their doorbell and run away with the from far away.
With the web.
Shoot it with the web.
Ding.
Yeah. Yeah. Hide in the bush really quick and then that's it. I mean, I'm not maniacal. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna make them sit on some web bomb, have them get trapped to the chair or something.
Yeah.
'Cause-
That's what I would do.
oh well. See, now we know.
Now we know.
I'll crawl around places.
Yeah,
That I
the first thing I would do
shouldn't
would
be
be go swing around New York. That
You
would be
see,
the
but
first
you
thing I
don't
would
know
do.
how to do it if it's only for a day.
But if you've got Spidey sense or Peter Tingle,
Peter Tingle.
you'd be able to do it.
I love Peter Tingle. Peter Tingle.
It's funny.
It's
Yes.
very funny.
It's funny. It's interesting, but it's funny.
It is funny.
Okay, Zendaya. So I love the character of MJ, right? Like a wholly new, interesting, unique character, strictly for the movies, right? You can't spoil anything.
Right.
So what do you think the future of her character is?
I don't know. I mean, I think the coolest part is that she's like stayed this kind of like John has kept her as this like this different character, you know? I think what was really important is that like it wasn't like that thing where Peter all of a sudden likes her because she's different and she's changed. You come back and, she's like this different person. I think they kind of are both the quirky, weird kids that are often like, the outsiders. And I think that's why they find each other and like see each other in that way. And like each other for all the weird, quirky shit that they have, which is like really sweet.
Yeah.
And my character often is like very like, everything she says, although sometimes very like out there and blunt, it's always very like deliberate. But then like Peter's kind of the only person that makes her like stumble over her words and trip up. And so we kind of just get to see, I think, a softer side of her and get to see that she really is just like a teenager at the end of the day. And I don't know, Peter just kind of like breaks down her wall a little bit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, kind of building on that, right? So like 5 years gone.
Yeah.
Just with a snap, 5 years vanished. What's life like for you guys? Because I mean, obviously it's
Pretty
not just
freaking
Peter and
weird.
everybody.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
I think when we meet our characters in this film, they don't know yet. They haven't really been given enough time to process. I mean, this film is a direct continuation from Avengers Endgame, so our characters are still kind of in this headspace of like, we don't really know what happened. And this European vacation is kind of an excuse for our our heroes to get out of New York and to just enjoy themselves a little bit and kind of forget about the tragedy of Endgame.
Well, to me, that's kind of an interesting thing because, we're talking about a landscape absent Tony Stark. Like, and I'd have to assume, given the way Avengers Endgame ended, like, the Avengers, as we know them, aren't really, I don't know if they're a team or anything anymore.
Yeah.
So do I.
But overall, with, like, the whole tone of this movie and, like, the future of what comes next, I mean, what is there? I mean,
Who
it kind of,
knows? That's the
yeah,
thing.
exactly.
There's
Okay.
endless possibilities.
I mean, it seems like Spider-Man's flying by the seat of his pants, right? Like what we see in the
Yeah.
trailers and all that kind of stuff. Like,
Very
there's
much
really
so.
nobody there to guide him anymore.
But it's
so.
also kind of nice, I think, that like I don't know that this movie kind of has like sees all the tragic stuff that we've all just like had to go through in the past couple movies through like a more comedic lens, so we can
Yeah.
have like a little bit of happiness in our life after what we've all been through. You know what
Sure.
I mean? So as viewers, so I think that's what Spider-Man offers. It offers like this warmth that like
Yeah.
I think will have like you can have a little fun and still like smile even though like all these tragic things have gone and then it punches you a few times.
Okay,
Really
so,
hard.
I mean, for my last question here, like having with all that we just talked about, like the tone of the movie and how everything's kind of happened, do you guys think the aftermath of Avengers Endgame, coupled with the whole sequence of events in this film, do you think it brings the three of your characters closer together?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah, and not just the three of us,
Yeah.
like everyone in the movie.
Yeah,
I think
everyone
everyone in the world, I think, becomes a little bit close. Like if you look, Aunt May is now hosting a charity event for people that blipped and stuff. So it's kind of, I guess, maybe brought people closer together.
We have to lean on each other.
Yeah,
In
absolutely.
a big way.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate it, you all.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thank
Thank you
that was
very much.
awesome.
That was
Yeah,
really fun.
thank you so much.
Nice to meet you.